Each NFL season, people are interested to see which quarterbacks explode onto the scene and have a breakout season and establish themselves among the league's best. Who will have a breakout season this year? On paper, Justin Fields had a horrendous rookie year, throwing 10 interceptions, only 7 touchdowns, and falling shy of 1,900 yards on a sub 60% completion percentage. But behind these numbers is a quarterback who could take a huge leap entering year 2. Despite being in such a poor situation in Chicago last season, Justin Fields still managed to pop off 14 runs of more than 10 yards and rank 5th in big-time throw rate, according to PFF. Both of these statistics should show hope for the future, and I think Justin Fields, an explosive dual-threat quarterback, has the potential to grow and become a franchise guy with a stellar year next season. Trey Lance was drafted 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft, but has not seen the field much since, as the 49ers have been reluctant to start him and have instead opted for Jimmy Garoppolo. But this season looks like Trey Lance could take over as a starter and be the quarterback for the 49ers. And if he is, I think he has the potential to be a breakout star next season. He has demonstrated the ability in 2.5 games he has played to be a dual-threat quarterback, not only beating defenses with his arm, but also his legs. He had 20-plus fantasy points in all but one of those 3 games, and so I believe that Trey Lance has a high ceiling and could break out next season with his Mahomes-like playing style. So don't be surprised if you see this guy in more thumbnails, in more magazines, more highlight reels, because this man is going to be a highlight machine next year with his dual threat ability. Tua Tagovailoa has struggled to find his footing as the starter for the Miami Dolphins. In 21 games, he has thrown for just over 4,400 yards, 27 touchdowns, but also 15 interceptions. Throughout those 21 games, he was also sacked 40 times, losing 288 yards on those 40 sacks. But he has the potential to explode next season with the most explosive wide receiver core in the NFL. You have Jalen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa, 2 speedsters that will be lined up out at wide receiver. And the Dolphins went and got Teron Armstead in free agency to secure that offensive line and make sure Tua Tagovailoa has a clean pocket to distribute the ball from. If Tua Tagovailoa can get the ball into the hands of his playmakers and to his weapons, including stud tight end Mike Gesicki, he will have a breakout season next year. Trevor Lawrence had a disappointing year last season after being the 1st overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, but next season he has a chance to turn it around. He threw for over 3,600 yards and 12 touchdowns, but had a whopping 17 interceptions. It is important to note, though, that he did this without DJ Chark and Travis Etienne, who were both injured for the majority of the season. But even without those weapons, it did seem like Trevor Lawrence at the end of the season began to progress. He became a better quarterback. He became more accurate. He was making better decisions, making better reads. And it seemed like he had just taken a little longer to adjust to the pro level. In a worthless Week 18 game against the Colts, he threw for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 111.8 passer rating. This knocked the Colts out of playoff contention. This was a must-win game for the Indianapolis Colts, and Trevor Lawrence got it done with a horrible and abysmal Jacksonville Jaguars roster. He is a generational talent, and it is just a matter of time until Trevor Lawrence explodes and becomes a star, a top-tier elite quarterback. He's just being hindered and handicapped currently by a horrible roster. I have no doubt that Trevor Lawrence is going to take a huge leap forward this season. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please consider subscribing. It is 100% free to subscribe. You can unsubscribe at any time, and it does a great deal to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time on Top 10 Sports.